Hello and welcome to Funky Fit Pilates with me, Raylene. I'm going to show you a few exercises to help with lower back pain, whether it be sciatica, muscle spasms, pinched nerve. These will definitely help. Please always consult your medical practitioner before going into any exercise routine. The first thing is you want to try and lengthen through that lumbar spine, through the lower back. So lying on your back, your tailbone is heavy and you've got a natural arch under your lower back. What I want you to do is put your thumbs on your rib cage and your middle finger on your hip bones. You want to draw the hip bones towards the rib cage. So you gently press the lower back into the mat and release. As you're pressing the lower back into the mat, you want to think about length through the lumbar spine. To do this, you need to relax the glutes, not press into the feet, but you are using your lower stomach muscles, your pelvic floor and your transverse muscles, as well as your obliques to tilt that pelvis. Make sure at the same time you've got no tension in the lower back. All of these exercises, you want to do about 8 to 12 of each. I'm just going to show you a quick demonstration. All right, going into hip rolls, you start off with your pelvic tilt, bringing hips to ribs. So you're gently pressing that lower back into the mat. Feel the length, feel that stretch in your PSIS area. And then you peel your vertebra off the mat one at a time. You are articulating through the spine. You don't have to lift too high, especially if you've got major pain. Halfway up is fine, but you want to make sure that you articulate. So imagine that your spine is on a strip of Velcro. And as you peel it up, you are lifting one vertebra at a time off the Velcro. And as you are lowering one vertebra at a time onto that strip of Velcro. Here your glutes, your quads and your hamstrings also recruit. Do this nice and slowly and breathe. Inhale, exhale, peel it up. Inhale, exhale, control it down. Once again, 8 to 10 of those. Now you can take your arms out to the sides and allow your knees to fall over to the left. You'll feel a lovely stretch right lower back area. So your PSIS is just above the buttocks. It's that little dimple above the buttocks. Center and other side. This one you can vary. You can hold for a few breaths. Remember, inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Otherwise, you can gently rock from side to side with control. So you want to think about using your stomach muscles to control the legs as they come back. If moving in at this pace is too much, you go back to hold and lengthen with your arms out to a T. All right. Another variation to help with that mid-spine rotation is lying on your side. Legs are at 90 degrees, your hips are stacked. Place your head on a bent back arm. Reach your top arm straight out in front. You want to lengthen those fingers away. Inhale, exhale, open it out. Keep your knees together. It doesn't matter if this hand doesn't touch the floor behind you. The aim is here to keep the knees together. And eventually, as your back loosens, you'll be able to reach all the way behind you. But be careful that this doesn't happen where your knees come apart. Keep those knees together and you're resisting fingers away from knees. Inhale, exhale, control it closed. Obviously, you do this on both sides. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, open it out. Your head rolls into your hand here, so there's no tension in the neck. Inhale, exhale, control it back. You can do about 8 of those on each side. Another variation of that is lying on your tummy, Rest your forehead on your hands, bend your legs, and just gently rock your feet from side to side. Slowly, and you'll feel, oh, I just had a nice little click there. You'll feel that there's a nice loosening feeling in the lower back. All right, onto all fours, the cat stretch. Hands below shoulders, knees below hips. You should have a nice square from wrists, shoulders, hips to knees. You curl it up on the exhale. And inhale, lengthen through into extension. Exhale, curl it up. Inhale, lengthen through into extension. Don't let your tummy pooch here. You're controlling this with your stomach muscles. As you come up into flexion, make sure to keep the shoulders away from the ears. Don't let them come up and hug the ears. And the same rules apply when you come through into extension. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Also, you don't want to sink into the lower back here. You want to control this with your stomach muscles. So you want to think about length from tailbone, lengthen, 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 and you look slightly forward. Also be mindful not to rock backwards and forwards as you do this. You want to keep that square. It's generally an exhale through to flexion. Inhale through to extension. And then the good old shell stretch, there's variations of that. So the normal one, legs parallel, reach the arms forward. If your buttocks lifts here, stack one fist on top of the other. You want to get your buttocks down to your heels because you are thinking about lumbar spine. So from waist down to tailbone. Tailbone must become heavy. So if this happens, you've lifted the bum. You're not getting a lower back stretch. You're getting an upper back stretch. Get that bum down, settle it down, and then rest your forehead on your fists and take some nice deep breaths here. So you can hold this for about 3 or 4 deep breaths. Option 2, toes apart, knees apart, toes together, and you take it down. Bum must be on heels. This is going to work from mid to upper back, but you also are mindful of lengthening down into the tailbone. All right. Then a good old stretch. 2 different versions. Right ankle across left knee. Lift the left leg. You can use a towel or a band here if you need to. Otherwise, you loop your hands through left thigh. So here you're stretching into your glute med and your right lower back. Hold this please for at least 45 seconds. And you can do passive or active. So passive is feet relaxed, holding on. Active is feet flexed and letting go. If that's too much for you, you can do feet flexed, but hold on behind the leg. All right, going into the piriformis, which is often a very niggly muscle. You cross your legs all the way over as if you're sitting like a lady. Draw in, and once again, you can use a towel or a band. Otherwise, hands around your shin, and you hug those knees in. And you'll feel it'll go nice and deep into I call it the corner of the buttocks. It's a niggly muscle that is often very tight. Once again, hold for about 45 seconds and breathe. It's very important when you're stretching to have decent inhales and exhale. Nice deep breaths. All right. Just a few ideas to try and release that lower back pain, especially if you are in the stage of intense pain and you're really battling to move. You need to just ease into it. Don't force anything. Don't try and do anything too ballistic or hectic. I really hope that this does help and that you are soon pain-free. You are more than welcome to send me messages, and if you have any queries, I will help you with the greatest of pleasure. Take care.